Hi students, good morning. 10th grade Biological Science, Chapter 16 Management of Natural Resources. Welcome to the concept Chipko movement. Students, observe the screen. The movement had started in 2 to 3 villages of Uttarakhand. Here, when the forest department refused permission to the villages to fell ash trees for making agricultural tools. Why do they need agricultural tools? They will cultivate and practices in the forest by deforestation process. But here, the same patch of land was allocated to sports manufacture for commercial usages. So, this situation was encouraged the villages started protesting against the move of the government. Soon, the struggle spread across many parts of the Uttarakhand region. Here, the movement managed to highlight the larger issues of ecological and economic exploitation students in that region. So, the villagers demanded that no outsider should be given forest exploiting context, and two local communities should process the effective control over natural resources such as land, water, and forest. So, here, according to them, the development of the region should be ensured without disturbing the ecological balance by providing low cost materials to small scale industries. Right? Here, the movement raised economic issues of landless forest workers and demanded guarantees of minimum wage. Here, look at the screen, students. What is Chipko movement or Andolan? Observe the picture. Hug the Trees movement was the result of grassroots level effort to end the people of forest, those who are struggling and troubling. This movement was originated from an incident in a remote village called Raini in Garhwal, high up in the Himalayas during the early 1970s. Students, if you observe clearly here, this movement, in simple, if I want to say, there was a dispute between the local villages and the logging contractors who had been allowed to fell the trees in forest close to the village. On a particular day, the contractors workers appeared in the forest to cut the trees, while the men folk were absent that time. Undeterred, the women of village reached the forest quickly and collapsed the tree trunks, thus preventing the workers from felling the trees. That was the small war between contractors and the women and villagers, and the contractor had stopped to withdraw the cutting down of trees or deforestation. So, very soon, this experience was taught to people that the destruction of forest affect not just the availability of forest products, but also the quality of soil and the sources of water. So, the local people can indeed lead to the efficient management of forests. But there are the people, those who are destroying, exploiting, depleting the natural resources. For example, if you observe in your textbook, page number 272, an example of people's participation in the management of forests. Go through that, students. In 1972, the West Bengal Forest Department recognized its failures in the recovering the salt forest in the southern east districts of the state. Will you go through that, students? Yeah. Students, I want to tell you one thing here. The most striking aspect of the Chipko movement was the active participation of women in the agitation. The forest contractors of the region usually doubled up as supplies of alcohol to the men. Thus, women broadened the agenda of the movement by holding agitations against the habit of alcoholism. The movement gained triumph when a ban was issued by the government on felling of trees in the Himalayan regions for 15 years. Until the green cover was fully restored, nevertheless, the Chipko movement, which started over a single issue, came to the signifying many such popular movements emerging in different parts of the country during the 1970s and later.